psychosocial support. You are welcome to this program, Introduction to Basic Counseling. This is Module 1, topic number 1. Effective counseling skills. When we are talking about psychosocial support, one of the key areas that we need to familiarize ourselves with is counseling, because most of the psychosocial support program required an element of counseling. So if you are going to the field of psychosocial support in your community, in your family, in the school settings, you need to understand the skills in counseling. And that is why we are introduce you to the introduction of the basic counseling. And one of the aspects of it is an effective counseling skills. You need those skills to enhance your performance as a psychosocial support officer. Effective counseling skills. Counselors use counseling skills to help. They use counseling skills to do what? To help better understand and listen to the client. Through active listening, rapport building, trust form, and the speaker feel held and understood by the counselor or the listener. So counselors use counseling skills in order to assist them to better understand, listen to the client. Through this active listening, they now start to build the rapport and has a trust form, and the speaker feel held, understood by the counselor or the listener. So in other words, we are saying, what is counseling? A counseling is a form of a therapeutic process between the psychologist and the client seeking help in regard to the mental health. So a counseling is what? It's more or less like a therapeutic process, therapy, between a psychologist and the client. The client who is seeking an assistant as regard to their mental health. So therefore, psychologists assist clients in identifying goals. Psychologists, they do what? They assist the client to do what? To identify their goals and alternative solution to the emotion difficulties they encounter. Not only to have the solution to the emotional difficulties, also to improving their communications and the coping skills, which will result in boosting the self-esteem and promoting the behavior change and ideal mental health. So you as a psychosocial support officer or personnel, you must be able to understand one of your strong points is counseling. And you must understand how to conduct an effective counseling. And that's why we are going to be talking about those elements, those factors that contribute to an effective counseling. And here we are talking about what is counseling itself. Is a form of a therapeutic process between the psychologist and the client. Are we together? So you are there in order to assist the client in identifying goals, providing an alternative solution to their emotional difficulties, improving their communication and the coping skills, boosting their self-esteem, and promoting of behavior change and ideal mental health. Counseling. Yes, it's true. When most people listen, they are filtering out what is being said and preparing to respond with their own interpretation agenda. Most of these things we are going to discuss here is what you need to understand and to know in order for you to have an effective counseling section. So listening to understand, listen to understand requires patience and a certain set of skills that whenever you apply them, adequately or correctly, it facilitates clear communication and a deep understanding. So we're going to look at these below most common forms of skills that you can use in effective listening and respond. As a good counselor, it's part of your strong point to understand how to listen to your clients. So let us look at those common form of skills that we can use in effective listening and responding. Number one is attending. Being prepared to listen in an unhurried way, making sure that your client can see and even feel that they have your undivided attention in time you have together. Attending. When the client is being, talking to you, the way you attend to them, make them to feel that they are being understood or they are being really attended to. So attending is one of the basic skills of listening and preparing for a counseling. Ability to provide that time whereby you sit and listen attentively to your client. This can be demonstrated by appropriate use of eye contact, whereby you look straight into the eyes of your client. Undivided attention. Undivided attention. And when you are looking straight to the eyes of your client, you also make some kind of affirming verbals. For instance, when the client is being explaining this and that, you can come in just in between kind of exclamation to some discovery or some realization of words. Interjection signifying understanding. Okay. So this give the client a kind of feel or mood that they are being attended to. Then the second one is building a rapport. Rapport building. It's advanced attending skills. It includes offering empathy, having a welcoming and respectful manner, being a warm, genuine, and the real person in the relationship, and most importantly, being non-judgmental towards your client. That is how you can build a rapport between you and your client. Ability to be able to offer the empathy. Let them see that kind of empathy in you when they are talking to you. And it shouldn't be judgmental towards your client. Don't judge them based on what they are saying. In other words, we are saying that building this rapport, it takes time. And the key element of this process include preparing well for season, ensuring the environment is safe and tidy. Remembering the key information about your client and mirroring. So that is how you can build a rapport. Know them. Pay attention to them. Show the empathy. Do not be judgmental toward your client. Those are the things they need when they are an exercise with you. Then number 3 is the silence. Silence. Perhaps the most underrated of all counseling skills. It can be used anytime during the session. However, it is very effective at the start of the season when the client is talking about their issues or difficulties in life. The use of silence has 2 main functions. So when you keep silence, there are 2 main functions of it. Number 1, it allows the client. Number 1, it's what? It allows the client to tell the story and to feel heard and validated. When you just keep quiet, looking straight to the eyes, making those affirmation verbals, and just pay attention to them. Silence. Allow them to talk, to pour out what's in their mind. It allows the client to tell the story as it is and to feel heard and validated. Number 2, when you silence, it allows the counselor to gain a deeper understanding of the speaker's issues, while providing a useful space for the counselor to consider appropriate response to the client's stories. Your silence can also mean that you are also in your mind, you are trying to put one or two things together and to come up with a solid response, a positive response to the client. Silence can also be uncomfortable for some people. In fact, it can be so uncomfortable for both the clients and the inexperienced counselor. It is important to explore during training how you feel about silence and to be sensitive to any discomfort the client may feel. In other words, being silent during this section can also be uncomfortable for some clients. They can feel like, why is he not saying anything? I'm just talking. Emma or Babe, you did not say anything. I'm just... So you have to, as a counselor, you have to see how to use this kind of silence in the kind of a scenario you might find yourself. So this is the end of topic number 1. This is the end of topic number 1. In our next topic, we'll be looking at the continuation of this and the remaining parts of this form of special skills in counseling, which is paraphrasing. Thank you. I will see you again in the next topic.